the code. Okay, this is my Git. Okay, just to be sure this is recording. So let me expand the screen before we jump into the code. I hope you guys can see me. Hello, what's up, what's up, guys? It's Mikey Rumaka here. I'm so excited. I'm happy to be here. Today we're going to be talking about what I've been up to in terms of writing code. Before we jump into that, this week has been a little bit mixed. I worked to an extent, but I don't know. Have been feeling some kind of way for this past week, so I did not really work as much as I would have. So I wanted to work, but I'm feeling great and I'm feeling happy. It's just it's just part of life. Some days are like that, but yeah, I got things done. So let me just minimize the screen to share with you guys what I've been up to. So I was supposed to start working on a new project this week, but I could not because I had to finish up with my LMS API, Library Management API. What's this? Library Management API. Let me just go to the code requirements. So okay, this is not it. Sorry. Let me go to my other code. So this is what I was supposed to be working on this week, right? So these are projects you can, if you're a back-end engineer, you can use to improve on your existing skills, especially if you're just getting started, right? Just like me. And I'm trying to build one of these APIs in this task, which is the library management system, just to prepare myself for an internship which I'll be engaged in. It's going to be starting on the 29th of this month. Yes, it's an 8 weeks internship, HNG internship. It's a very gruesome internship because I've been an intern the year before, but it was not on the software engineering track, or it was on the marketing track, and I was one of the top 50 marketers in that internship. And this time around, I'm back again to participate in the internship, but as a software developer and a product manager. As a product manager, because I enrolled for 2 tracks: the software development with a focus on backend, and then the product management track. So I'm going to be doing 2 things in the internship. And why I enrolled for the product management? Yes, I'm trying to learn software development, but really to the core, I'm an entrepreneur, right? So I think on the long run, I see myself building stuff and being a product manager. And as a product manager, I need to be technical, which is very, very important, right? If you want to be a very good product manager, and I love building stuff. So that was why I enrolled for the 2 tracks. So far so good. Let me take this here. So far so good. What's wrong? What's wrong? I don't know why it's no longer okay. It's working now. So far so good. This is what the REST API is all about. The library management system API is all about. And in the last video, I have implemented a lot of these things, right? So the objective is to build a RESTful API for a library management system that manages books, authors, and users. You should also handle borrowing and returning books with additional features like role-based access control, searching, caching, and all that stuff, right? I didn't see this caching. I don't think I've implemented caching, but that's just by the way. But so far so good. I've built out this API. It's working, but I'm yet to implement things like feature testing, right? I've built out the endpoint, I've built out the model entities and all that stuff. So all those things are working, are done and dusted. All the endpoints are working properly. But the only thing that is holding me back was the feature testing. So this week I focused more on implementing. I already had error handling, but I was doing it the beginner way, if I can put it like that. Let me jump into my code. So for most of the errors here, like for example here now, if not user, throw new app error. This is not the way I handled this error before. So how I handled this error before was, if not new user, I would literally just throw a response. I would throw a response dot status, and then dot JSON. So this was the way I was handling my error, right? But this is kind of the beginner way. It's not really the the standard. It's not really the standard way to handle errors. It's not really a good way. So I wanted to build that like a custom error. So I had to like create a global middleware that would help me handle my error, right? So this is the global middleware that handles all the error for me, right? But before the creation of this global error, I had to build out like I wanted to have like a custom error. So each error that is shown is custom, right? So I had to like create a util called app error to help me handle this error. So I created a class named app error that extend the error object, or the error object. So it had this, this was the way I was able to use to pull out the custom error and all that stuff, right? And then I exported it, and I now have this middleware. Where is that middleware? This global middleware that helps me handle the error, right? So this global middleware is what handles this error. It gets this error from here and helps me handle it properly, right? So this was what I was able to work out this week. I also worked on the rate limiter. Is that rate limiter? So so this is a rate limiter. So I wanted a situation where you cannot perform API calls, especially if you're trying to log in. Like you cannot perform some kind of calls, continuously. Like there needs to be a limit, because if there is no rate limiter, bots can literally try logging in multiple times, just be hitting my endpoints. So that I wanted to like build out. So this rate limiting here in this tax was for me to build out like a feature in the app that does not allow for that kind of thing. So if you check my rate limiter, for the login limiter, I limited it to just 10 minutes. You can see the comment here, and then maximum of 5 login attempts every 10 minutes, right? So if you exceed 5, it throws this message: too many login attempts, please try again later. I also implemented it for the sign up. I did not really implement it for all the whole endpoints. I just implemented it for some of the key areas, because I did not want this to hold me up, right? So that was what I did. I implemented rate limiting, and the only thing I'm yet to implement, I believe, in this app is the feature testing. And this is actually my first time writing feature testing and implementing feature testing in my code base. So I really found it difficult. I understand what feature testing is all about. I understand unit testing, integrated testing, and end-to-end testing, but implementing it for the first time, I really struggled understanding the logic, right? I really struggle to understand the logic. I'm going to spend most part of this week hopefully trying to understand feature testing. I really need to understand it, even though this week is going to be a little bit busy for me, because I'm currently right here in Ife, Osun State, and I'll be traveling to Lagos on Tuesday. I am supposed to attend an economic breakfast meeting, hopefully get to network and meet some of because I make finance videos, if you don't know. So my goal is basically to go to that event and network, and hopefully meet the CEO of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, right? And I have goals to, you can never tell, work there maybe. So I hope to meet him and ask some questions and all that stuff and network basically. So I'll be traveling to Lagos. So this week is going to be kind of hectic from the way I'm seeing it. But I hope I'll be able to make out time or have the chance to learn about feature testing and hopefully implement it in this application, right? But yeah, there's something that when I run into challenges, something that is always at the back of my head, which I try to always remind myself, is you need to be willing to suck as a beginner. You need to be willing to ask stupid questions as a beginner, because if you are willing to be humbled enough to suck and learn as a beginner, you see that you'll be able to like immerse yourself with the knowledge that is necessary to become a better beginner and hopefully an expert or professional, something like that. So hopefully I'll be able to learn more about feature testing, implement it here, or jump into another project and learn feature testing with that new project, because I think I'm getting bored with this. But yeah, it's part of the game, guys. So guys, that's just it for this video, and see you on the next video, where I might be talking about feature testing and probably the new project I'll be working on. So with that being said, guys, see you on the next video. Deal.